Hello, my name is Howard Milano, and today I'm going to show you something in Assembly 4 in FreeCAD version 1.02. And specifically, I'm going to show you how to do two different movements at the same time, a circular and angular movements and a linear movements. This is what it's sort of going to look like at the end. Here's a little movie. So you can see there is a circular movement and at the same time a linear movement. And both of them are driven by the same variable. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. So let's start a new document. Let me save it. Under general movement. General movement. Let's make it 5. Save. Okay. Let's switch to the parts designer. We need 2 parts. So let's create a body and a sketch on the XY plane. And we need, for the first body, it's going to be a circular thing. So we need a circle. And we need another circle so you can see that the circle will go around. Okay. Close it, go to the model, and let's rename to disk. And let's go to the sketch and pad it. Let's make it 5. Alright, okay, so there we have 1. Now we're going to have something that goes left and right, so let's make another, create a part, create a body, create a sketch in the XY. Let's go to the model and hide the disks for now. Okay, so we go to this here, and we need we're gonna have an. Okay, let's show you how to make a cylinder the hard way. So tasks close, and we're gonna pad it. We're gonna make it 60. All right. There's other ways to make a cylinder. There's an icon here somewhere for a circle, but this is one way to do it. Let's get the disk back, and I want to basically have them in the same. Let's change the name of this thing first. So let's rename it to rod. And I want to have the placement different. Let's see. I want to rotate it. So I want to make it 90, but I want to have it for the axis for this one 1 and this one 0. Alright, so now when you look at the top and you rotate it a little bit, okay, so we have a disk and a rod. Alright, now we're going to go to Assembly 4, and it only has Assembly 4. Alright, create a new assembly. In the assembly, we want to have a master sketch. Master sketch, okay. And how do we want to attach it to? And go to the model and attach it to LCS origin. Go back to the tasks, and it filled it in over there, and we want to do object XY. All right. Let's hide the objects, the parts. Let's go back to the master sketch. So first we need in the assembly, we need a variable. Let's create a variable, and let's call it var. You can't, for some reason, you can't see the lettering. Anyway, here it is, var, set it to any variable, any number. Okay, let's go to the master sketch, double click on it, and we want to rotate the circle. And I made previous videos about how to rotate a disk, so let's do this. We need a line, hook it up to the origin, and set it over there. Right click, select the line, constrain the distance. Any distance is fine. And we want to rotate it around the origin using the var variable. And you do that by selecting that one and shift select the x-axis and go to the constraints and add an angle constraint, and you click on the little round thingy there, and you're gonna say variables var. Okay, so it's governed by the variable var. That let's try it out. We animate it. We use var. Range begin is 0 to 360. We loop it and we run it. There we go. So now we have something that rotates, and all we have to do is attach the disk to it. Close it. The second thing we need is, in the master sketch, is a way to move the rod back and forth horizontally. So let's get another line going, attach it to the y-axis, right click, and we want to constrain the distance. And so when you constrain the distance and make it dependent on var, the variable, you can have this little dot go back and forth, back and forth. I'll show you how. So we select the line and we say we want to constrain the distance. And we click the little round thingy there, and we're going to say variables var. But we don't want just variables var. Well, variables var, if it is less than 180, then we want to move it one direction, namely variables. How far do we want to move it? Variables var divided by 4. Otherwise, if it's between 180 and 360, we want to do 90 minus variables var divided by 4. All right, got it all? Okay, close it. Let's see what happens when we run it now. Run it. So we circle this and this thing goes up and down. Alright, we want to move this over a little bit. Go back to the master sketch and drag it down a little bit. Over there will be probably fine. Close it. Alright, we want to hook up the two parts to the master sketch. So to do that we need 4 local coordinate systems. So let's first make them in the disk and the rod. So double click the disk to make it an active part, and we want to selection. We don't want to be in part design, we want to be in assembly 4, and we want to add a new coordinate system, and we want to call it LCS disk. And where are we going to attach it to? Let's go to the model, and the disk, we're going to attach it to the x-axis of the disk. Go back to task. So it's selected the x-axis, and you do object XYZ. That creates local coordinate system for the disk. Make the rod the active object. Assembly 4, create a new coordinate system, local coordinate system, rod. Select, you want to attach it to rod, the origin, the x-axis of the rod. Go back there, it automatically filled it in, object XYZ, okay. Alright, so we have a local coordinate system in the disk and in the rod. Now we need them in the master sketch as well. So there's the master sketch. In the assembly, create a local new coordinate system, LCS disk, for the disk. Where do you want to attach it to? You want to attach it to the origin of this line, where it, remember this line swings around this point there. And when you look at the bottom here, in the bottom, on the very edge, you can see we want to have master sketch vertex 1. So we click that, and the second one, we want this line. So it created edge 1, and we want to do on the XY planes 0. Okay, so there we have a local coordinate system for the disk, and in the assembly we create another new coordinate system for the rod, and that one is going to go to, let's see, this is the point that moves around, so we want to have this one here, and we want to do translate origin, so we just need 1 point. There we go. So now we have the 4 local coordinate systems, and all we have to do is hook them up. So in the assembly, insert a part. We want to insert a disk, and yeah, that looks good. And we want to insert it in LCS disk in the parent assembly, and that looks good. Yes, so the disk is aligned with the line there. Everything looks good. In the assembly, we want to insert a part, and we want to insert a rod. And in the parent assembly, we want to have it in the rod. Okay. Now you can see we want it to be going like this. This is how the line goes. So it is rotated the wrong way. The green is the Y. So let's rotate it. That looks good. We can always move it over. We can move it over in the X direction. So let's move it over 20. No, it should do it all the way around. Minus 20. How about minus 40? Yeah, that looks about good. All right. Well, we hooked everything up. So let's see if it works now. Now remember, you can do it by hand if you want to just try it out. Do this slider and you can see already it drops off the bottom. So we're too far on the bottom here. So we want to move this one. Now the LCS, the local coordinate system. So let's see if we can change it. There's two places where you can change things. I always forget which one it is. Let's try to do this one. And change it in the X direction. Yep, it's that one. Except we want to move it up more. Minus 20. Let's make it minus 40 so it really shows up. All right. Let's see if it works now. Whoop, now it's too far to the top. All right. Well, we know how to change it now. How about minus 10? Run it. See, yep, that looks pretty good. Run it. Okay. You can see we have to clean it up a little bit. I'll show you how to do that. If you want to hide some things, you click on it and it highlights there and you can hide it with the little icon. Click it there and hide it. Click it there and hide it. Let's see if there's anything else sticking out. There's another one over there. And hide it. And there's another one behind it. All right. Looks pretty good now. Run it. Okay, there you go. Two movements driven by one variable, an angular circular movement and a linear movement. Hope this helps you. I'll see you the next time. Bye.